points that define a family.
A family is a socio-economic unit. What makes a group of individuals a family is their dependency on one another with regard to their social and economic activities. A family can have one or more parents. In the society that you grow up in, a family usually consists of two parents, a mother and a father. However, this is not the norm for other societies, who would have one parent, a mother or a father, or multiple parents due to multiple marriages.
A family can have a parents who are not married. Although the marriage of parent is important in religious countries such as Philippines, it is not prerequisite in other societies. An illegitimate child born in a relationship between two persons that are not married or who are not married at the time of the child's birth. The Church recognized bastards if the natural parents subsequently married. You can be in a long-term relationship with someone and never get married? Of course, yes. You can still be happy in a relationship without being married. Similarly, there are couples who are married who choose to never have a kids or who choose to adopt their children. A family can have a parents with the same gender. Although same-sex marriage is illegal in most countries, including Philippines. Some societies allow for the marriage of the individuals with the same sex. Some same-sex couples may decide to have a child within their relationship, while others may bring children from previous heterosexual or same-sex unions. The rise in same-sex parenting is partially due to the increase in options available for same-sex couples to become parents.
A family should have at least one child. One of the most crucial elements of a family is the existence of the children. Without the child, a couple remains to be a couple and not a family. Two primary purposes of the family: one, to orient the individuals of the norms of the society; two, to provide physical support as the individual
Later.
kinship blood, one factor that allows an individual to identify another individual as a family members is through consanguinity, popularly called as blood relatives. This type of kinship links individuals based on their genetic relations, bloodline. This is refers to as descent, or the socially accepted connection between an ancestor and its succeeding generation. Kinship system maintains unity, harmony, and cooperation among relationships. Kinship sets guidelines for communication and interaction among people. Where marital taboo exists decides who can marry whom. Kinship regulates the behavior of different kin.
Four main kinship rules in anthropology. Unilineal descent. An individual to be affiliated to the descent of one sex group only, either male or the female. These are the two unilineal descent. First, matrilineal descent leads an individual to trace kinship relations through the female's line. This implies that the surname and inheritances of a family are passed on from one female to the another. The second one is patrilineal descent. An individual traces his or her kinship through the male's line only. This promotes a passing down of name and inheritance to the male offspring only, while allowing the female offspring to be part of another family through marriage.
Bilateral descent allows an individual to trace kinship ties on both sides of the family. This means that an individual can recognize both his or her parents' relatives as his or her own relatives. In this type of kinship, everyone know how he or she is connected to everyone. This provides a limit on the extent by which kinship ties can be recognized. Kinship marriage. Marriage is defined as the socially or ritually recognized union or legal contract between spouses that establish rights and obligations between them and their children, and between them and their in-laws. Haviland et al. 2011. It is believed that all societies have a form of marriage that make it cultural universe.
A final kinship. When a person marries, he establishes relationship not only with the girl whom he marries, but also with a number of other people in the girl's family. Moreover, it is not only the person marrying who gets bound to the family members of the girl, but his family members also get bound to the family members of the girl. Okay, let me give you an example. I have a husband. My husband is my primary a final kinship, and for my husband, my parents and my siblings are his primary kinship. Therefore, the relationship between me and her sister-in-law, brother-in-law, or parents-in-law, and more, or vice versa, is said to be secondary a final kinship.
A few moments later.
Functions of marriage. It regulates mating and reproduction. It creates a system that allows for sexual division of labor. It provides for family dynamics that ensures the provision of needs of children. It perpetuates economic institutions that are based on family systems.
Four types of family based on marriage system. The first one is extended family. This type of family has several married couple and their children living in one household. This can consist of the marriage parent and their marriage children living in one house. Filipinos and other Asian societies are known to practice extended family arrangement as a form of securing care for the elder members of the family. For example, you have three siblings and their children and husband, and you have lived to one house, the house of your parents.
Patriarchal and matriarchal. This type of family focus on one parent, a father, patrifocal, or a mother, matrifocal. This type of family is often associated with the terms patriarchal, the rule of the father, and the matriarchal, the rule of the mother. In some situations, one parent is deemed more important than the other due to economic or political positions he or she holds in the family and in society. Monogamous. This type of family consists of a single couple and their child or children. This is also referred to as the nuclear family. Most societies in the world have this type of family. Serial monogamy occurs in societies where it is allowed after a divorce or death of the other spouse. Polygamous. This type of family consists of several parents and their children. There are two types of polygamy. The first one is polyandry. It's a marriage pattern wherein woman is allowed to marry several men. The second is polygyny. It's a marriage practice that allows a man to marry several women. Most island societies practice. Every society has its own rules and tradition on post-marital residency. Patrilocal residence. Upon marriage, the woman is expected to transfer to the residence of her husband's area. Matrilocal residence. Upon marriage, the man is expected to take residence with his wife's mother's area. Neolocal residence. The arrangement that requires both spouses to leave their households and create their own at times even in different localities.
Post-marital residency rules. O umbilical residence, a residence pattern allows the couple to choose to live either with the wife's mother's or the husband's area. O transitional families. A family's member resides separately across territories because of economic reasons such as job offers, educational advancement, etc.
Local residence. Upon marriage, the couple's practices and form of very locality and raises their children in the household of the husband's father. However, upon reaching adulthood, these children will have to be relocated with their mother's brother and live with him. Not a local residence. The arrangement that allows both spouses to remain with their own households after marriage. Matrilocal residence. This type of residency rule arises when the father is economically and physically unable to provide support for the family. In this situation, all of the children reside with their mother who is part of her mother's household.